Great to be here, Kareem, on the heels of your Series C that we're excited to participate in, and on the heels of Sculpt, your first ever user conference. Where I like to start usually, Kareem, for the audience is the origin story. Why did you actually start Clay many years ago? And then also, how did you ultimately decide on doubling down on the go-to-market and growth persona?
Oh, thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah.
So the original intention that we had when we were starting was give the power of programming to an order of magnitude. And I was just talking about it at Sculpt, like that was broad and abstract and didn't have a concrete kind of user, which is why we ended up actually having this meta story around Clay where we had to go on a journey to narrow down our user base to go-to-market engineers or RevOps leaders. Yeah. We use them interchangeably. And that was kind of the story also of what Clay does for other people, which is help them find their customer and narrow it down and reach them.
You know, it's interesting when I was doing diligence and speaking to your customers like Anthropic or Ramp or Rippling, Clay feels less like a tool and more like a movement. What is it you think about the product or the company that elicits such level of passion and loyalty amongst your customers?
Every other tool in this space was designed to be 3 clicks, we'll figure it all out for you, here's the magic. And for us, was the magic was to give you a canvas to turn any idea for growing your company into reality.
Yeah.
So, you know, the way that Figma is to designers, Clay is to go-to-market teams,
wow.
And also the product is fun.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually why the product has such a loyal user base, is because when they use it, 1, they enjoy themselves, and 2, it allows them to actually actualize things that they think are interesting.
Yeah, that's a great segue. I want to ask about that. When I think of Clay, I think of creativity. I remember going to your office, I see the DJ booth, I see the quotes, everything about the product, the culture, the ethos, who you hired exudes that feel of creativity. Why is that important to you personally? Or is that, hey, in the face of AI, creativity means everything and I want to hold on to that? Like, well, why does that mean so much?
Remember, the intention was give the power of programming to more people.
Yeah.
And the reason is either you don't have the skills to build it or it takes a long time to do that.
Yeah.
And so with Clay, our idea was creative tools for growing your business. There's a large number of people in a company that have ideas but can't tell the computer to create them.
Yeah.
And so that's where we wanted to focus on giving them the power of programming, giving them access to this really powerful tool. So I think it's a mixture between my interests as well as what the market actually needs.
And you guys coined this term of both go-to-market alpha as well as go-to-market engineers. You talked about it earlier. Why did you do that? Did you take inspiration from another company who did something similar with a particular persona, or how did that come about?
On the go-to-market engineering front, we were thinking about our own team that is building things for customers.
Yeah.
Initially, I think we called it customer engineer.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the inspiration was forward deployed engineers, but it wasn't so much that you're coming in and tweaking things. It's more that how do you think about go-to-market as a system? Mm-hmm. And engineers think in terms of system. They think in terms of optimizing for a different set of constraints.
Yeah.
So it's constraints and then systems thinking. And that's where the engineering term comes in. And then you're thinking about go-to-market as a system of constraints and how are you optimizing within that.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Well, Kareem, you've had no shortage of interest across Clay's lifetime, particularly recently, of investor interest. So how do you ultimately choose investors? Obviously, we at Sapphire are incredibly grateful to be along for the journey, but how do you think about choosing investors to partner with?
Yeah, same. I'm grateful for your partnership. We think about building an investor team the same way that we think about building our product engineering or sales teams. It needs to be well-rounded. But I think most important is who do you actually trust and get along with, and who has the same vision as yours.
Yeah.
So I think for us, we prioritize, do you have the same vision?
Yeah.
Can you see the future in a way that's similar to us? And also, do you teach us something new about what we're doing because you're seeing it from a different vantage point?
Yeah.
That's usually how we hire someone, if they teach us something new.
That's awesome.
And then the second thing is, do we believe they have high integrity and are going to be along for the long run?
Yeah, love it. I can personally attest to that because I remember when, before advancing to maybe the next step with you and Varun, you asked me to share our 30, 40 page investment memo. And after you read that, you're like, okay, he kind of gets the vision.
Yeah,
I think he gets it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks so much
for
for